Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. Before I get this video going here, what I'm going to carve today, I want to show you what I carved yesterday. This is a piece of driftwood. I believe it is, I got this on the beach last week. I showed you guys, I cut it with my saw and it was all spalted. I believe it's basswood. It's all spalted in there. So, but I want to just repeat once again. I'm going to put a picture. I put 2 or 3 coats of this stuff on. I got a couple more to do because I want it to be glossy. This really sucked it in. But I just want to explain to you, you don't need to spray your wood carvings with anything or treat them with anything. You can leave them natural. I'm going to put a picture right here of before I sprayed it and see how dark it went. So I liked it better. Some of you might like it better darker or something, right? But I like it better more natural. You don't have, there's no rule saying that you have to put a finish on a friggin' wood carving, okay? There's no rule. Even outdoors, sometimes they look better when they're weathered, right? Just let the sun do what it's going to do to them. And so there's no rule. If anybody says, oh, no, you have to put a finish on it, well, tell them to, blow it out their butt. So anyways, thanks for the idea about the mushrooms, Larry Dibs. I thought this beard might be a little bit too big, so I asked Larry. He said, carve some mushrooms in there. I said, perfect. Good idea. So anyways, let's get on to the main carving today. All right, so let's get on with the show. This is a piece of driftwood I got a few weeks ago. I don't know what type of wood it is. I'll say right now, I'm going to try and make this into a light. So there's going to be a light bulb back there or whatever, an LED light. So you have to stick around till the end to see that. It's all hollow in there. It's all rotten. So let's show you guys here. Yeah, so it's all punky and rotten inside here. So I'm probably going to have to clean up a little bit on the inside too. I don't have much depth. This piece is it's like it's 2 feet tall by 8 inches wide. 2 feet tall to here, down to here. So, oh boy, there's a lot of work to do on this. Oh boy. So, what I'm going to do first, and I suggested, I believe this is a piece of root. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just a branch. Yeah, this is a branch. It's not a piece of root. What I'm going to do first is get my Fordham out, and I'm going to go around and clean up all the outside here. And I'm going to go inside here and clean up some of this junk wood inside here, because then I can find out the true depth. And when you clean up, because this whole piece is going to be stained or whatever it is, you can see how loose this might break off. Well, I just don't know. So, I just don't know. Let me clean it up off camera, and then I'll be back. Maybe my mind will open up a bit more. All right, so that took about 45 minutes. I cleaned the outside and the inside. I started off with this. This is a Fordham bit. It's a Typhoon bit, so it's least aggressive. I started off with this, but it wasn't doing it quick enough for me. So then I went to this Kutzall 1/4 inch extreme flame burr. So I use this, then I switched to this. If you want to get these Kutzalls, just go to the description below. You'll see the Kutzall site, and yeah, there you go. So so this, then this. I clean the inside too. You guys can see that, because you don't know, I don't really know how this piece is gonna, it's all clean inside there too. I don't know how good this piece is gonna turn out. So if it turns out really good, you can sell it for decent money, and you're gonna get better money, because if somebody looks at this and they want to buy it, but they look inside and they see all this rotten stuff in there, way more rot than this, but this is an example, right? They see the rot, they're going to be like, oh, well, it's kind of rotten inside. But if you try and make it look newer on the inside, then you probably get some more money. I don't know. It's just my opinion. So when I was doing this, like I say on lots of my other videos, I usually, I'm kind of stuck. I've been talking to my buddy Larry Dibs. There's another shout out for you, Larry. He said maybe I should carve like a gnome home in here with some windows, a door. I think maybe a wood spirit. With negative space, because I want the light to shine through. But the gnome home would look cool too, because the light would shine through the windows. But normally I say when I'm doing something like this, cleaning it up, I think, did I say it took me about 45 minutes? But I'm usually thinking of what I'm doing, but I didn't, what I'm going to do on the piece while I'm opening up my mind while it's working. But I didn't do it this time. I thought about one of my ex-girlfriends, how much of a loser I am for screwing that out, because she was a beautiful girl inside and out too. So, but anyways, carry on. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I got to have drink of my coffee, and I'll figure it out. So like this is going to be a wall hanger lamp, right? So you got to think, okay, let's try and see if we can get this on video. We'll push it tight against the wall, okay? So it's tight against the wall there. That's how it's going to hang on the wall in somebody's living room or garage or whatever, wherever it is. So you got to think, if I carve a wood spirit, say like right here, will they be able to see that when it's hanging up? I think so. I kind of think so. But these light videos are kind of hard to do because trying to explain it is, well, it's just tricky. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe carve a negative space wood spirit in here. Right there, you see that's kind of quilting in there, those bumps. Negative space, I think this is Douglas fir wood. Negative space wood spirit, maybe with a couple windows on each side. And then maybe carve and do some bricks in the rest of this piece. Oh boy, that's a lot of wood burning. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm just going to start off with the negative space wood spirit. How about, I got so many videos on carving wood spirits with the Dremel. I'm going to use Dremel 4000 with the Dremel flex shaft. I'm going to be using a Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. Let me find one. Right here. Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr for the 1/8 inch. And I guess I'm going to just start ripping her up. I'll do a super time lapse. So I just want to make a key note about one quick thing here before I start digging into it. Most of my Dremel carvings are done in a few hours for my YouTube video. I don't spend weeks doing them. So basically, I just dig into them to get them done because, well, I guess that's how I am. But I just want to say, like, there's some other channels out there that, and good for them, they'll spend weeks on one video to get a carving done. I spend about 2 or 3 hours tops. That's all. Well, this piece maybe 5 hours. But anyways, I just like to get things done. But if you don't think you need to carve as fast as I do and get things done, because the more time you spend on your piece, the better your piece is going to look. So don't follow by example or whatever the thing is. Carry on, carry on. Okay, so let's have a little commercial break here. No, I'm not sponsored by these guys. This is put it together, Jordan. This is an epoxy. It's I don't know what it's called, a Virotox light or whatever. Pour on high gloss. Takes 48 hours to dry. So I've epoxied this lamp. This is the other one that I did on YouTube the other day. I still got to do one more epoxy pour. The first one's always thicker. But you see here, it's still dull, so you need to get in there. Let's give you guys a full, see how nice and shiny it is in there. Got some little whiting happening in there. That's okay. I really don't care enough about it. So I think it looks like a nice shiny piece now. You know what I mean? Let's turn the lights off. Okay, lights are off. It's not that dark in this room right now, but there you go. Don't be afraid to do epoxy pour on your pieces. Back to the normal program. Okay, so here's the back side of it. I don't know if you guys will follow what I'm saying, but you see I carved in some of the back here to make it so the light will shine through the front better. It's hard to explain, but you might have to kind of figure that out on your own. See how I did those little channels in there? Just to get the light so it shines down inside there. I also did carve this piece out. This was in that branch, took that out. Looks like a bullhorn or something, or a rhino horn. So it's completely hollow in there now, so I can get some light inside that branch. So let's get this on the, let's get this set up. Okay, so this was about another, I'd say, half an hour, 40 minutes carving. And I did realize that it is Western red cedar when I was carving into it. So I said to myself, well, today's my lucky day. So there's kind of a carving fusion wood spirit negative space piece. So now what's my next move? Do I want to do any more negative space carving on this piece? Do I think it needs it? I don't think it needs it. What do you guys think? Wish I could ask you right now, but I can't. So I didn't carve too much on the bottom there. I did hollow this out here to get some light in here, but I don't want to hollow out too much in here because, well, this is where it sits pretty flat to the wall. You see, and there's going to be a cable going up there, and I definitely don't want you to be able to see the cable. I think this side is cut through right here. I cut through there. All these cut throughs are on purpose. All inside here, it's all on purpose. This side has a lot of room for a cut through to get some light shining through it. I don't want it too much light coming through it, but let me think on it. So it's been about 10 minutes and I just can't come to a conclusion of do I want to carve something in this area here or not. And I think, so instead of rushing it, sometimes less is more. This says more than enough of what it is. And I want to have light coming out of this here too, and light coming out of here too. So what I'm going to do now, well, I'm debating on if I should carve something little on that side there and possibly this side. I'm going to get my propane torch and do some wood burning. Then I got the peterblair sanding mandrel on my 1/8 Fordham bit, and I'm going to go along, burn it, and then I'm going to sand it. But I don't think I need to show you guys that. So I'll get that done, then we'll talk about if I'm going to carve something in here or not. And I'm going to be concentrating, not thinking about ex-girlfriends when I'm doing that. So I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be thinking about that at the same time. No ex-girlfriend negative stuff. Okay, so I got all the wood burning done. So you got to be very careful when you do the wood burning because you definitely don't want to burn your detail away. This is soft cedar, so you know, for example, if you're wood burning into the nostril and you're trying to get it nice and dark in there and it's not going darker like underneath the lip here, don't be afraid to get yourself some black paint or brown paint or whatever, pink paint, whatever color your piece is. And like, you know, just get your brush a bit wet and then just kind of dry brush inside there because then that way you won't burn away your detail, right? So I hope that tip can help you. Carry on. Okay, so I got all the burning done, but now I'm kind of on the fence. If I want to burn this whole piece, then clean it up with, I would burn it, and then I'll use this Scotch-Brite to clean it up. So, because this is really nice grain cedar, see it there? It's all face grain, okay? So if I lightly burn it and clean it up, that's how you're going to get your grains to really pop a lot more. So it's not going to be a deep burn. It's going to be a very light burn. Just go over the top, make it go browner. Then I'll hit it with this, and I'll be back. I like it so far. I'm happy with it. Okay, so now you can see how the grain really pops. The only thing is, do you guys notice anything different about this? You notice anything different? Well, I'll show you what's different. Because I'm such heavy hands. I'm not clumsy. I'm careless would be the proper word. I dropped this. It fell over, and this crack it split it wide open. See that? So let me try and show you. See? I could glue this back. It goes all the way up there, from here all the way down. So when I first started wood carving, I would think, This is a piece of junk now. It's a piece of crap. It's no good. Well, hold on a second, Jordy. This piece of wood it's been rotten, floating around the ocean for probably about 1,000 years. So this gives it character, right? It just gives it character. Who cares? If I want, I can squeeze it together and fix it. Because, like I said, this is going to be a lamp, a wall hanging lamp. Do I want the light to come through here? Let's see. Does it lock up the top part too? Yeah, it locks it up a bit. So what I'll do, I think I will fix it. I'll get some epoxy and just epoxy that there. See? That's all. Okay, so this is how I fix problems. Old headphones, wire, make it tight, suck it in, get some crazy glue and some of this UV glue here. Resin. It's not glue, it's resin. Okay? And you got this light. And this light hardens it up really quick. And I also put a little tiny metal rod across there on each side, so maybe it will grip it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyways, I did this here, and I did it up back there too, so it looks a mess. But all I'm going to do is scuff up this resin, and then paint it black. Boom, problem hidden. What glue? What glue are you talking about, Willis? Just blend it all in. Blend it all in. They'll never know the difference. All right, so this is the part anybody can do. These are LED lights. They don't get hot. They don't start fires. You got all the wiring. You can buy it all on Amazon. Okay, so here's like a flame bulb. Here's this bottom is for a heat lamp. You get the puck lights. Okay, so here's a puck light with all that stuff. Or you get these string lights. So I just don't know what I want to do yet. But one thing I do know is I got a little airbrush for chainsaw carving. This was $25 on Amazon. And you see it's like my other one that I used to spray my wood carvings with the spar urethane. It doesn't have a tip in it, you see? $25 on Amazon. Here's take a screenshot if you want. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now I'll decide what light I'll use. Crack? What crack? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? Okay, so I'm thinking about using these string lights. You get these on Amazon too. Like there's like 3 strands or 4 strands in a set. And it does come with a remote controller. If I can find it, I got so many different light sets and remote controllers, these cheap things. But, you know, maybe I could put this up inside there, like, let's see, like a snake. Like that. Then one up down this side. And then one up in there. But, you know, I don't want to be able to see those lights, like direct light itself, when I put this in there, if I use this. So I do have this extra mesh I got from Amazon. So I was thinking about gluing this into all the negative space spots. So when you look at it, you see, because I did it on the bamboo and it looks pretty neat. So maybe I'll do that. I'll see it in about 10 billion years, I guess. Okay, so I got the mesh put into place. All right. So now you get this. This is this epoxy, this stuff, this UV stuff. So I'll pour it through the mesh. Come on, hurry up. Let it go through there. Give it a little bit to soak into the wood too, because this UV light speeds it up a lot, right? So anyways, we have no time to waste. So anyways, that's how you do it. Well, that's how I do it. I don't know about you guys. Carry on. I'd just like to say, when you're using this stuff, you know, the longer that you keep this light on the stuff, the harder it gets all the way through. So the thicker that you put it on, you have to be willing to hold this light on there for a good 5 minutes if you're going to put it on thick. It does, like, it's maybe not 5 minutes, but I lost patience, and so I had it all glued up, and then when I turned it around, I realized that some of it was leaking down from up here down here. Okay, same with, like, it's a friggin' mess is what it is. If you don't have patience using this stuff, you gotta have patience. So what I did, because it looked like a big chunk of, well, I'm not going to say dripping down here in a couple spots in his eye, I just kind of went along and put more inside there in the eyes to make it look like it. Yeah, well, yeah, it's supposed to be there like that, duh. So I think what I'm going to do now, see, it's all over my desk. So to get this to harden up, now I got to sit here and I got to hold the light on here because it's sticky stuff, man. It makes a real mess. It's everywhere. Look, it's everywhere. Yeah, so just be careful when you use this stuff that you got some patience, not like me. So what I'm going to do now with the metal here is I'm going to paint it black. I don't care. I don't care. I should have stopped. I should have said stop. It's done. It's not going to be a light. But anyways, carry on. Get frustrated. It's all an experiment. I'm going to paint all this black so it kind of blends in. So where I put the epoxy stuff, where it's black, the light won't shine through so much. Okay? Does that make sense? There you go. So I left some parts silver. See, you can see it, the silver stuff, the mesh, you can see it. So, you get frustrated. That's what art is. It's an experiment, but you just got to keep moving on. So now I'll figure out this lamp. What lights I'm going to put in there. I want to give you guys a really good tip for the beginning wood carvers, crafters, or whatever you want to call it. Don't be a spaz artist like I am, because, well, you'll do a lot better pieces. This is the 5-minute epoxy I got poured in here to put the light on. I'm going to do the flame light and the one with the color. See, the extra stuff's here. I did that. But Jordy, you ask, why didn't you just use your hot glue gun? Huh? Would have saved you all this trouble, all this stuff here, and all this stuff. If you could have just remembered you had a hot glue gun. Okay, I got some picture hanger. I tripled it up, actually quadrupled it up, whatever it's called. That's there. I just drilled some holes in the side. So when you got a big mess like this, that's somebody's going to look at the front and they're going to look at the back and they're going to be like, oh, that's a mess. So once again, use the black paint trick. But I don't have any black spray paint here, so I don't know. Yeah, sorry it wasn't recording, but there I am putting some black dollar store paint on the thing. And there you go, abracadabra. It doesn't look so messy anymore. And yeah, look how dirty my hands are. This project's kind of been a little bit of a nightmare. But you got to keep moving on. Got to move forward. Here's some shellac. I'm going to take it outside and spray it with the shellac. Give it one good coat. It's a good idea to eat some pizza with a glass of milk when you're waiting for your shellac to dry. Yeah. So I'll say this shellac did a pretty good job. Dries super quick. I don't think it's for outdoors, everybody. I only did one coat. Look how shiny the piece is. See how dark it went? Not too dark, actually. So that's it. I guess the last thing left to do is take it downstairs, put a light in, and see it. I got two different lights here, okay? I painted the bases black, so they were white, so they don't stick out once I put it in there. If you see the base, I got two lights. I got a flame one. This is the flame. You get these on Amazon. Or a colorful one. And the colorful one has a remote. So I'm gonna we're gonna finish this off with the grand finale, Carving Fusion grand finale. I'll show you one with the color light and one with the flame light, and I'll show you the other lamp I did last week too that has the Shosugi band, the red one that looks like the Lord of the Rings ring guy, whatever it is. I'll show you that first because I fixed it up since the end of the last video. In the end of the last video, you can only see the light on one side. I cut the back out. Now you can see light all the way around the piece, okay? It's got the flame light in it. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Love to read your comments, especially on this one. I know if I had the glue gun, it would have been a lot easier. What I could have done different. If you think I should have done anything different. So that's it for me talking. Let me try and find a decent song to do the Carving Fusion grand finale. How you doing, Ben Studio on the Lake? How you doing, Just Carve Rob? Bap over there, Chris, everybody, David, everybody. Hope you're good. Carving Fusion, grand finale, abracadabra. Oh, one more thing before I go. I'm going to say in the video that you're about to see, the grand finale, I'm going to show all the carvings that all my friends around the world and supporters have sent me. That will be on the first table and up the wall. And the second table is a bunch of carvings from wood turnings from Peter Blair. And, well, Peter's art and a bunch of my treasures that I've made myself. Then you'll see an eagle. That was one of the first eagles I did. It's just smooth. That is juniper wood. Yep, it was a real special piece of wood. Carry on. My eagles will get better.